Another day, another problem with modern gaming. Man, don't you just love this dark age of modern gaming, everybody? Boy, I sure freaking hate it. So, basically, if you're someone on PlayStation, you already know what's happening right now. But for those of you who do not know, let me get you up to speed real quick. So, basically, the Sony servers are already shut down, meaning like you can't even get access to the games that you play on there. So let's just say if you play games like Fortnite, or if you play other online games like Marvel Rivals, or if you're playing like a single player game that has like microtransactions in them, like an online single player game, then you will not be able to get access to your games. So I noticed this issue last night, and this happened on a Friday last night, at least by the time of the recording of this video. And I was trying to get on my PS5 to play some Roblox just because I wanted to wound down because I had nothing better to play. So I'm just like, okay, I'll just play Roblox. And it turns out the servers are down. I'm just like, oh, hey, I just got a notification from Sony, so the servers are down. So I'm just like, well, okay, I'll just go and play Fortnite because maybe Roblox isn't working, because that game goes through maintenance all the time. And then Fortnite's not working, so I'm like, well, okay, the PlayStation servers must be down, so I'll just say screw it. I'll just go and play games like Baldur's Gate 3, or I'll just go to my Nintendo Switch and play on there, which my Nintendo Switch is coming in clutch right now, just saying. And right now, people are just absolutely pissed off and furious at Sony because already people are jumping. I don't want to say jumping the gun, but they're starting to get worried. Like, oh shoot, are we going to have another massive PlayStation outage like we did back in 2011, where the PlayStation servers were down for like a month or so, and people are getting worried and scared, and they're just like, okay, what's going on here? Like, what's happening? So, right now the PlayStation servers are down and people are already wondering like what's happening? Like, can we get an answer from Sony, because we see them promoting crap on their page but they're not really addressing it. And of course they did address it, saying, "Oh, hey, we're going to work on the issue. Don't worry." But in today's modern age, that's just not acceptable, because there are so many online games right now that rely being online only, and if people are not going to be able to get access to their games nowadays, then the backlash is going to be severe. Like, just imagine this: if we had another PlayStation outage like this back in like 2011, where it was this severe and this bad and this out of control, then the backlash would be a goddamn nightmare for Sony. But as a matter of fact, you could make the argument and say that the backlash is becoming a nightmare for Sony right now, and I would agree. And I already know there are going to be some of those people in the console wars. They're going to try to tell other people, yeah, this is what you get. This is what you get for playing on PlayStation. Xbox is superior. Let's be honest, everyone. If this issue happened on, like, let's say Xbox or Nintendo, for example, then people would be furious. And speaking of which, this is all interesting to me as well, because a couple years ago I made a video talking about how basically the Nintendo Switch servers were basically shut down because of their 12.0.3 software update for the Nintendo Switch, which basically made it so like you can't download games, you can't install games, you can't buy games, and people on Nintendo Switch a couple years ago were furious, and Nintendo resumed with their direct back then and didn't address the issue, and people were still furious and getting angry at Nintendo because they didn't address the issue. And now it seems we have like another similar situation, but this time with Sony. So it makes me think, if problems like this are going to keep happening in today's dark age for modern gaming, I wonder now how much backlash that Sony servers are gonna get if not the Sony company. Like, I wonder now if we're gonna have another crazy outage that we're gonna put in like the gaming history books. Like, oh, Sony servers were out even longer than 2011, or are we gonna have a shorter outage this time? Because we all know for a fact Sony servers freaking suck. Like, their defense system is like Swiss cheese, and people can easily bypass it, and people can easily hack the servers and break in if they wanted to. This is just some unfortunate news, and this is just an unfortunate situation right now. Hopefully, Sony addresses this issue sooner than later. Hopefully, they actually get the servers up and running properly, and it doesn't take them a month to get the Sony servers back up. Because as of now, at least in today's age of modern gaming, where mostly things are starting to become more reliable for online, and if Sony doesn't get those servers back up, then they're going to lose out on a lot of money, and they're going to lose a lot of players, and a lot of people are just going to go to their competitors like Microsoft or Nintendo, or they're just going to go to PC and they're just going to play there, because people are just getting sick and tired of dealing with this issue over and over, and they just want to play video games at the end of the day. And this happened yesterday, at least by the time of the recording of this video, because people on like a Friday are just getting back from school, getting back from work, and they just want to relax, unwind, and play video games and just have a good time. But we can't even do that because Sony just keeps screwing up. Like I've said, just some unfortunate news to report on, but it is what it is, and it sucks that it's happening because people just want to play video games at the end of the day, and they can't even do that because of Sony. So, hey, Sony, if I were you, I would pull your head out of your asses and actually do your job, because you got people that want to play those online games like Fortnite and they want to give you money, but they can't do that if your servers are down. So, get it together, Sony. So I guess in the meantime, I'll just play games on my phone, and I'll just play games on my Nintendo Switch until further notice. So with this being said, thank you everyone for watching and for listening. And until next time, I'm talking about the PlayStation outage, and I'll see you all later.